reconnect and start back. I'm going to stay a little more. I think I was at the 30 minutes mark. Let me see something. I really don't know what happened here. Like it reached 1 hour or close to, and it was not allowing me to come back on. Hi Terry, how are you doing, Terry? Wagwan, Terry. How you doing in your island, Terry? Everything air, Terry? I was on here a short while ago. The thing just decided to just disconnect me, and that was it. I was sharing, Terry, that today marks my 1 year on here, and though I have not received the 4,000 watch hours, I am still super proud of myself for the journey that I am on. I am so proud of all the other things that I would have, you know, done here. All the persons that I would have met and all the noises and all, and I did not give up. I am still here. You are good out here working. Yes, yes, definitely. I understand. And the sun, how is the sun? The heat is on. I went on the road earlier this morning, and the heat. But the good thing about it though here is that it is windy. So yes, it is hot, but at least we have some wind. Right. So I was having a wonderful conversation earlier, and the internet just disrupt the live. I hope that person's come on back, and I can go for 30 minutes and then go. Alright, so yes, Terry, I am on vacation, so I am doing impromptu lives now to help with my watch time. And that is it. To helping with my watch time, I would have shared a video of part of my vacation vibe. So when you get a chance, you can look at it. It is spending time at Royal Town Resort. You're back busy, you're finished lunch, or you stay. Well, probably you're flexible, you can turn it on and leave it. But yeah, there are certain time, I don't know if it is like that for other persons, but there are certain time of the day where I can't do any work. Like when the sun hot, if I'm supposed to do anything like writing, even when I'm doing reports and stuff, I just can't do my reports. If but I don't know, family, let me tell you, I can't do my reports when the time is busy. Like when there are a lot of noises. If I get into work early in the morning, that's the first thing I want to do. Like me think me have more creative juice like the first time of the day and the ending of the day. So you see, if I'm supposed even like doing house chores and stuff, there's no way you can get me for the house chores this time. It seems like it's a burden for me. But in the early morning or in the late night, I get up, you probably think me crazy, but I'll be there washing or cleaning just in that time. But at this moment, I'm just saying this to say that I have something to do, but then like I'm not in the vibe. You ever have to have a vibe to do something? That's how I am. I have to have a little vibe to do certain work. I'm thinking about to start making content about getting evicted and losing my car. Okay. Perhaps that's good information so that persons don't get into that trap. Yes, Terry. Yes, so persons understand what it takes. That's good information because policies change like every day. And what you may know then it may not be what is happening now. So you can talk about that, about evicted and losing my car. You're talking about that. Okay. Alright, so you feel some type of way to talk about it. You feel cute about it, Terry? Hi. Hi, Lena. Thank you so much for stopping by. For persons who are coming on, please remember to double tap the screen to like the live. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Casey. I do inspirational lessons and I also speak about my weight loss journey, hosting from the beautiful island of Jamaica. Just doing impromptu lives. No, usually I do my lives on a Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yes, you're seeing me. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the love and the support. Me know say a joke I make, but that's a good idea though, Terry, to talk about those things because people, that's a real thing. People going through that, and if they get the information, perhaps they would not make some decisions that they plan to. So yeah, yeah, you can talk about it. Okay, Tanisha. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And that's another beautiful thing about YouTube. It allowed me to meet so many persons around the world. Like I'm saying to myself, like I want to visit the world, like so many places in the world that I only hear of like on television and all. But when I'm here, I see persons all over the world watch my video. Persons all over the world coming to my live and speaking and, gravitating to what I'm doing. So this is indeed a blessing. Though I am not getting it live and direct, like, physically, but I'm experiencing it to some extent here. And I am super grateful for that. So thank you for persons who are in the bushes, watching me, listening to me. Thank you so much for the support. It goes a far way. Joshua, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. Please remember to double tap the screen when you come on in to like the live. Double tap to like the live. Yeah. It's a beautiful day here in Jamaica. It's humid, but it is windy, which is good. I usually go out under the tree. I have a ackee tree outside. I usually go under the tree, sit and relax, but it's so quiet here and I'm alone. I don't want any lizard jump on me or me run. When my son is here, I'm more comfortable to go outside and relax. But me alone, no. Let's stay inside and open up the place and get the fresh air. But yeah. So in Jamaica, usually we have, in America, you call it the porch, sorry. We call it veranda. And we have the lawn, and I have lawn too. But under the lawn or in the lawn, we normally have trees. And the trees will be the shade. And we have hammock. And we have chairs, like the chairs that you can lie on, and we have something called bench. The bench is usually made from bamboo. You guys know bamboo. So we do that, and sometimes we make the bed from the bamboo. But as is, I have done a video outside under the tree already, so you have an idea what I'm talking about. The mango tree, yes, I have a ackee tree. So my ackee tree gives us a lot of shade in the yard, and that's where my chair is, my bed is. So it's an outside bed. So I tend to go there from time to time to relax, especially like now when it's so hot. I go there to just cool out. And like now in Jamaica, the time is so hot, we tend to go to the river. The river is cool. I don't know if anybody else would come or go to any river. When you go to river this time, the water can be so cold. Yeah, cold. So, but it's a good way to cool down at this time here. And also, we have beaches, we have mineral bath. We have the mineral bath now in Rockford. And yeah, that's basically it. Some places have pools and stuff, but no, at this time, it's best to go to the beach in the evening or in the early morning. Yeah, you can go to the river at any time, but for the beach, because in the river or at the river, there are usually trees that cover the river, so it's not so exposed to the heat. But the beach is just open and it's hot. I used to fight with bamboo. You used to fight with bamboo, Terry. You love play. See how you fight and bamboo so big. How do you manage to hold a bamboo in your hand to fight with a bamboo? How do you do that? Is it the little stick? Where I talk though? Do you know what I'm talking about? Is it the little stick thing, fine thing you're talking about, or the big bamboo that we use to make stuff? What you talking about? Because I know the little stick thing, the bamboo, I don't even know what that is called, but it's very tiny. If that's what you're talking, no, I can understand. No, I really did. Antino too. Okay. Ante is Tino. What's T? Okay. Have you ever been to Jamaica though, Terry? Have you ever been here? Any other island apart from Indiana? That's good though for me. Can lift up bamboo because bamboo heavy and long. So for you to do that, that's something. That is something. Please remember to double tap the screen when you come on in. Double tap the screen to like the live. Double tap to like the live. Yeah. I was having a discussion earlier. Yes, I was saying too that sometimes when you look on your life, you may think that you're sorry for the other party. The fact that you are able to eat, have running water, you have a bed and all of that, and someone in the rural area perhaps don't have a bed, they may have a bamboo makeshift bed, they may not have water at the pipe, but they have river water. They may not have the food to go to the supermarket, but they grow their food and them walking at them one slippers and all of that. And you looking to say, oh, him only have a little bamboo bed or him don't have, and you feel sorry for that person. But it's not that the person is living way off. It's just our identity of success or, quality of life. That person is at more peace than you that is in your king size or queen size bed under air condition, or walking to and for to go to the bathroom and all of that. You are at peace in your way, but the next person is also at peace in his way too. So that is something that I learn along the way, and I'm learning too. So many things I'm learning, that sometimes you see some people, and because it's not how you are living, you think that they are way off. They are not way off. They are in their corner appreciating what they have and being content in their situation, and perhaps living better life than you over here thinking that you are at a better stage. They have you may have water at the pipe, they have water from the spring, which is better water than water that we're getting with all the chemicals from the pipe. They may not have air condition, them get fresh air from outside that is better for their lungs. They may not have the foam and all of that, all the chemicals that we are absorbing in our body. Them get nothing, them just make for them thing natural. You may go to the supermarket to buy food and things, so everything nice and you're living it up and all of that. Them plant them food and grow, them know exactly what they're putting in their body. So they may not have a smartphone or maybe all the stuff that you have access to, but they are at complete peace. They have books where them sit down and read. They have conscious conversation. We out here, we so consumed with so many things and we think that it is all nice and dandy and looking on other person's life and thinking that they are way off. But I learned to mind my own business. That is it. I learned to mind my own business and you know, mind my own business. Find out what is it that is helpful for me and do so. Because you may be, and I used to do that, I stopped doing it. And it's the same thing with relationship. You may see somebody out there single and them probably old. When I say old, because I was just saying that sometimes we think me old, but me just say so because that's, me just say because it's me. And I know that I am young enough, but you may see somebody out there saying that, oh, she stays so she not have nobody or him not have nobody or whatever. I don't know, say, yeah, sorry for the people them, they tell us that they want nobody, are them less than without somebody, or they're unhappy or feeling unwanted or unaccomplished and all of that. Them never said that you in your mind I think say, oh, this person is like this, she must feel away because she don't have anybody, or he must feel away because him don't have anybody. Stop put people life in your spectrum. Everyone's life is different, and it's the same thing that I was saying, that you can look at it wide, because persons may see you here and doing your work on YouTube and they say, oh, she still here and she's not yet monetized, or she's still here and she's not doing much videos and all of that. Your way of life for YouTube is different from what the other person, or how the other person sees YouTube. So that's the point, is that stop looking at person's life in your lens. Everybody have different ways of living their life. Yeah, and make them less than. That is something I am learning about life. Yeah. Alright, yes, I was there a couple of years ago. Wow, Terry, that's nice. Yeah, can bet you go see you go walk down in the jerk chicken then. Yes, nice. You did it in karate. Oh, okay. I see, I see, I see. I understand that. Understand that one. Lady J, thank you, my darling. I was here earlier and the internet just bumped me off. But thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. I was talking to God about how grateful and thankful are simple things in life. Yes, yes. And happiness comes from within you, Lady J. Definitely. Because, yeah, you may see some people and you wonder, say, oh, them not this, them not that. And that are not your life. But they're quite okay. You ever have a parents, for persons who live in the Caribbean, or generally? Your parents may live in the rural, or it could be that they are accustomed to doing something certain way. And when you move them from the rural lifestyle, take them to the town, you find that they wither away because they're just not, their body is not accustomed to the change. They're used to getting up and seeing people and talking to people. They're used to going out on their morning walk and going to their farm and, being a certain way. But you as a child thinking that, no, sir, the country life now work for them. They need to come into the light. So we love to come into the light. They need to come into the light. And little you know that your light is not their light. Because when you take them there, they are going to go. They are going to wither away because they're just not accustomed to these things that we think are good for them. Yeah? So we just have to, they get very depressed. Yes, Lady J. So we have to be very careful. We have to be very careful, very mindful on how we tend to ensing people in our lives. Yeah? So if you're seeing me for the first time, please, if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Casey. I do inspirational lessons. I also speak about my weight loss journey. I'm hosting from the island of Jamaica. You can let me know where you are watching me from. And please remember to double tap the screen to like the live. Double tap to like the live. Thank you so much for stopping by. All the persons who came on earlier, all the persons who are here now, I thank you so much for stopping by. And just remember that everybody have different reality. My reality may not be your reality. Yeah? You just have to be content in your situation. And as I was saying last year, them time here, I got my revelation for this channel. I remember it vividly. It was in the night, and I was with this same book here that I am still doing a project on. I had it, I wrote it down. Let me see, wrote it down right here. So see it here. I'll never forget. And I got up. I got up out of the bed and I told my son about it, and I just was so adamant in writing, in starting the channel. And to date, I am grateful to God that He had blessed me with beautiful people here, blessed me with skills that I am grateful for now, and confidence as well. I am super grateful, super grateful for all the many blessings that it would have caused on my life. And I am willing and able to continue. It's hard, as I said, everyone has different reality. I do my 9 to 5 and it can be very demanding. Yeah, there is no way I'm going to leave my 9 to 5 and to say that I'm doing YouTube full time. I cannot see that reality. So my 9 to 5 is a priority to me. I do what I can do on YouTube. Mind you, some persons are able to do more, and that's fine. But where I'm at, I am super grateful and proud that I am able to and to maintain on this space. So yeah, definitely. And I know that years to come, like this would be like a testimony to share your journey and all. So when we look on life, we can't just look on it like in one particular lens. We have to look on it like strategically, because it is that some of us, we may not get the reward right away. We may get it 5 years from now, perhaps 10 years from now, who knows. But what is important is that we took the leap of faith to start. So we start, we can know, say, okay, it's a possibility for me to get there if I don't quit. And quitting is when, you don't stop, you stop completely. I know we break a little, but we come right back. Yeah, and that is what is important, coming back. There are a lot of persons who would have started on this journey and they quit. You can look back on your journey, see how many persons started and quit. I know a few persons who would have started and quit on my journey. It's not easy. I tell you, you have to have a balance, and with everybody reality, some persons have 3 jobs, 2 jobs, some persons work on some shifts that don't allow them to do much. Some persons have family, like demanding family and demanding jobs. so many things happening in their life, health issues, so many things, and they still show up. So when you look on life, you just have to give yourself grace along the way. Give yourself grace. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm thankful, and the fact that, as me say, when I get up in the day, like in the morning, I'm enjoying this, because going to work, lunch about to end. Okay, VC, thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, so this is something that I really enjoy, the fact that I'm not going out, because going out and to entangle with the traffic to come to and from is something. It's something, and the fact that I just get up, even though sometimes I get tired, I say I could not just stay here and not do anything, at least to turn on the phone to talk. And you may see persons, that's the next thing I was sharing too, that you see people sit down and talking. It is not easy. Well, this is a skill, that this is a skill though, to sit down and can talk like you're talking. There are a lot of persons get their motivation to do lives in, doing other stuff. For example, walking. Some persons cook, some persons do ear and all of that. But just to sit down like this and just talk to the screen, this is a skill. I know it is a skill, and I thank God for this. And COVID would have taught me this as well, because we are now going virtual, and sometimes you're having meetings and persons are just they're not paying attention to you. So it's one thing to another. Yeah, definitely, Lady J. So Lady J, how is your day going? What's on the menu for lunch? It's lunchtime now, going to dinner time. I know yesterday you break your fast. Was it yesterday or the day before, with mango and kiwi, I believe? But what is it that you did today? Eat today? The other day I took out a mango from the freezer, and I'm like, oh, how can I make the maximum or get the maximum benefit from this mango? And I just took the mango and squeezed it, and I got one big juice of mango juice. If I was to eat, it would be just one mango. But when I squeezed it, I got one juice of mango. I blend that with lime and ginger. Mwah. Nice, delicious. Nice, that's nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I did that. My mango juice, yeah. And all the others, like when the fruits are, I usually pick the fruits and put them in the freezer so I can get them when they're out of season. Another fruit that I enjoy blending is star fruits. So I'll get my star fruit. When you eat the star fruit, like the tree, for me, it is a little bit sour. But when I blend it, I get a different taste. It is nice and refreshing, sweet. I wonder how that, because when I eat it from the tree, it is sour, but blending it, it is sweet. So I tend to get them and just store them in the freezer so I can get my juice. As you know, I am not into the bottle juice and all those unnatural stuff. Sometimes, like with my son, I'll do it, not that I completely, let's say 98% out of my system. Yeah, 98. I'm so mindful because I have Coca-Cola in the fridge, and in my head I'm like, oh, I'm thirsty, I need something to drink. Might as well just put it in the cup with some water and all. I'm say no, might as well me just drink water or drink the almond milk, and exactly because I know how much sugar is in the Coca-Cola. So I just, I'm mindful. Yeah, mindful of what I'm taking in. Very mindful. Alright, so I'm almost there to the 30 minutes. But you know that the time goes by very fast. I want to make maximum use of my time. Yes, sometimes it's no problem. It's all about the balance. Yes. I agree. The balance. I don't know my body, but I thank God for how I am now, Lady J. Because whenever something is off in my system, you can feel it. My body just blow up. And like when I'm out of it, you see that my body goes back to normal. Like the other day when I was at the resort, they have the variety of food and all of that there. And I nibble a bit. Lady J, and I was so bloated. Me blew up. Me blew up and like the 2 days out of that zone, I realized that my body get right back to normal. And the thing about it is that I stop like me eat less bread and less rice. So me know say that helps. Eliminating the bread and the rice and the sugar from my diet helped me a whole lot. You see me look big here, so me not so big, you know. You ever see some people on TV and them look a little, they look bigger than our fat? When you see them in person, they look so different. So like me looking at myself here, so you may think that have a little body. But no, I'm petite. I'm not big. I'm not this big. When you see me, you see a little short, petite lady. Ah, yes, you have to know. Yes, definitely. Yes, yes, it is what they used to cook it with. Yeah, yeah. And that are the next thing to Lady J. I stopped buying food from outside. So when I go into work, I take my food. Very rare. I can't tell the last time I purchased like a cook lunch on the road. Usually I cook my own food, take it with me. If it is that I don't have any food, I rather to make a little sandwich or make some oats or something. But I'm not purchasing any food on the road. Nada. Yes, screen makes you 10 pounds. Yeah, that is it. That's what I was. Yes, I heard too. Right, right. So definitely. So you may see me when I look for myself on the screen, I'm like, oh, but when you see me in person, I'm not this big. I look big here. But trust me, I'm not big. I'm not big. I'm not big at all, at all. I'm not big. I'm not big. I'm not big at all, Lady G. And I don't want to be either. I remember the time when I was a little bit bloated. Like my toes, I need to get this cleaned up. When I was a little bit bloated, Lady J, not a little bit bloated, me did big bloated. And I was not able, when you know you're fat, Lady J, when you stand up and your tummy block your knee. Like if you stand up and you look down and you can't see your knee or you can't see your toe, you know say something is wrong. But when you stand up and you can look down and see, you're okay. So there was a time in my life when I could not do that. And I could even put up my leg like so. Yeah, so I know something was drastically wrong. I have to do something. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah. And it's just changing my diet. That's simple. That's all I do. And I just know that it is a lifestyle change. It's not that I did it just to take off the 30 pound or whatever. It is a lifestyle change. I will continue in making it a part of me as I grow. Yeah. So even like maybe persons are annoyed with me, when I don't know, my son, the way how I treat myself is the way I treat him. If I'm having a meat break, like a meat fast, he's going on that meat fast too. I said no juice in the house. Well, I may go to supermarket. Me no buy nothing for make no juice, so I have to drink water. But there are times like when I give him a little treat at the end of the month and he will drink his soda and he eat him whatever I want to eat and all of that. But for the most part, whatever I do, he has to do too. And I want it to be a part of him when he gets older, have his family, and he can remember that this is something that mom used to do to help with this or that and whatever. And he know when somebody is healthy. He knows. So if him grow up and him want to take on his mantle of doing things otherwise, it's up to him. But I would have teach him, simple things in life that can help with his temper. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. That he will. I think so. And kids they normally go away like going after them own mood and then come right back to how they were grown. So I just leave him alone. Me know say me do what I'm supposed to do in instilling the right principles, and I'm confident that he has the good foundation. So when if him should slip away or whatever, him come back, he will come back to his senses. Put it away there, he will come back to his senses. Yes, you will give him exactly the foundation. That is it, Lady J. So I'm not worried. I just know that, growing up, you are trying to find your identity and trying to, yeah, just find your identity, who you are and what suits your life and all of that. And you will come back. You'll come back. Yeah, that is it too, just like we were. Because, right, when I look at myself, yeah, and you have to extend grace. I was saying earlier on the live, Lady J, that when we look, we read that God give us new mercies each day. And how can you measure or express that mercy? I look at it in the way of my child, because sometimes he do some hurtful things to me, and I have to grant him grace. I have to grant him forgiveness, and I have to still continue to love him, have mercy upon him. Because them just temporary art in your head to do something sometimes, but you have to have mercy. And the same mercy when we extend to him, God would have done that to me a lot of times. A lot of times. And I was even thinking to myself that, sometimes if man was in charge, like let's say mankind, sometimes we are look for morning and at night we would have see our storm. Because the way them vile or their heart is, God's mercy is new every morning. We get a new slate. And it's the same thing like I try to do. Whenever anything happen, I try to just let it be new. If we deal with it yesterday, I just want it to be in yesterday. I don't want to carry it over into today. Yeah. And I just so let us just continue. Yes, you right. Just like right, I saw that. Just keep, yeah, definitely. Hi from Greece, in from Greece. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm Casey. I do inspirational lessons and I also speak about my weight loss journey. I'm hosting from the beautiful island of Jamaica. Have you ever heard of Jamaica, or have you ever been to Jamaica? Let me know. Every parent go through that. Feel yeah, they're children, but we have to remember none of us is perfect. Yeah. That is something too, Lady J. I was sharing with someone that a lot of us look justification from that statement. And it is something I am speaking about now. And you can tell me how you feel about it. A lot of persons use that statement, we are not perfect, for justification of their action, knowing that what you're doing, you have, here to understand that it is not right. but it's just a statement that is free. It's just nonchalant. There isn't anything, no sympathy, nothing that goes with it. You know, you do something and you are deeply sorry about your action. It would have been something that you weren't expecting and all of that, and it happened, and you're deeply sorry. But to use that statement, a lot of persons, they go into the act of doing things that are wrong and hurtful to others, and to say, you know, say nobody no perfect, no man no perfect, you know, and them starting at that zone. The reality is that it is so, but I think people just use it loosely to justify their action. Yeah. So it takes a little while for me to get to get into that when persons say nobody is perfect. Me have to feel that it is coming sincerely for me to accept it. Yeah, I have to. But that's the reality. No one is perfect. But it doesn't necessarily mean that we should just get up and do things and just to say so. Just like how we know that God is a forgiving God. It no means that if we just get up and just go to sin and because we know that He's a forgiving God and go back, go ask for forgiveness. You understand? There's so many things. Yes, we do things and learn, but no, but not to make it continuous. A continue, right? Yeah. So what I'm saying, because some persons they do that because they know that's what the Bible says, but we call it presumptuous sins. They know of the thing and they're still doing it and saying that God understand. Mm. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. But as I say, we are work in progress. Not here to judge any man or anybody. I'm just here to understand as I go along too. And I'm still learning. Still learning. Still learning. This morning I was having a conversation with a friend. You know that persons can motivate you. It doesn't necessarily, just like I was saying earlier, that you may be looking in your life on someone else's life and judging them that they are less than. And it's the same thing with Success does not come from material things. For me, it comes from a person's character. And it's not that I am motivated by someone who is on the pyramid. My success come from, you know, seeing persons grow and how they behave and all of that. So this young lady, I would have known her for many years, and she is so determined, so disciplined, ambitious, God-fearing, you know, a woman of high integrity, jovial, kind, caring, and speak what is on her mind. So she is truthful. So having the conversation with her, she was saying that, you know, that some parents really don't like them kids. Me don't find that out or know that, because in her mind she's saying that if it is that you really love your kids, like she was saying, she don't want to be a burden to any of her kids. She has two kids. She don't want to be a burden, so she keep on helping herself, which is true, because she's doing well for herself as a woman that, you know, don't go to school, because school doesn't make you a better person. It's a character. There you go again. So she's not one that go to school and get no big qualification or anything. She's not one that grew up in any home with, you know, to say to give her a big push in life. All her what she has acquired in life is, you know, from experience and her motivation and discipline, all the things that I would have expressed. And know she's a businesswoman. So when she look on her life, she said that wow, she has to get up and do things for herself at this age, because she love her kids. She don't want to have them feeling sorry for her. I have to work and give mommy this and all of that. She just have to keep on going. And I said that's a good example, because as is, some parents, they really don't like their kids. They know that it is very expensive for health care, and they would kill them dead before they get up out of the house and go out in the morning to take a little walk, or even to get up and to bathe, or to do something simple. They rather to sit down, what you call it, a trophy. They sit down on their knees, their bones get weak, and the kids have to come and take care of them. Some of them are so cantankerous, every single thing it's a problem. They call the kids and they make complaints, and they tell this one about what this one say about them, or that one what the next one say about them, until it is chaos. But I just say this to say that some persons don't. And I look back on it, with Rachel. See Rachel? It's not Rachel, it's Rebecca. Isaac and Rebecca, right? When Rebecca take up Jacob. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lady J, Rebecca take up Jacob and go set up Jacob to go get the birthright that Esau. And it goes back, that was our conversation, that it coming from then, because Rebecca being the mother of Jacob and Isaac and Esau, sorry, she shouldn't do that. But it just gets to the point that some parents, as much as you see it, they have preference with that one, or them just don't like one of their kids generally. But may I say, in my head, if it is that Rebecca had that love, she wouldn't do that for Jacob or for Esau. She wouldn't do that. So that was like, I love to have those intriguing conversations. You can think about it. You can think about it. That's where communication comes in. We are not there, God. Yes, yes, that's definitely. For me, no changes. I move on and surrender it to God. Exactly. Right, right. I do that too. I do. Yes, he was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do that too. Let me try to just leave things. If it happened already, happened already. Just leave it alone. And I don't like lying lips. If you just tell me the truth, make it rest, and we move on. That is it. But yeah, so it's the same thing that we were discussing, that, parents are like that, and you just have to pray. And that's why the Bible, the Bible can never go wrong. Bible tells us if you honor your parents, but it also tells you that you must not provoke your child. And the same thing, some parents, they really do that. They're really not mature enough to go through certain things in life. Be there from Cain and Abel. Yeah, from them time there, right. Definitely. So you can't stop. So that's why when we sit down, Lady J, I said that I cannot go through the day without speaking to the Lord. That's my first breath. I have to say thank you, Jesus. And a lot of times, like, that gives me comfort too, to know that certain things that you're going through in your life, you're not the first that is going through it, and definitely you won't be the last. And the fact that you can align things with what happened in the Bible, it gives me peace, because at the end, righteous never die. The righteous never lose. So when I go through life situations, I am comforted by the word of God. And as this with the people and parents and all, I know of it, and I try to do the best for my child. I only have one child. If I should have other kids, I don't know how. I try my very best. I'm more mature now to give mature loving and caring to them. But I can only speak about the one that I have. There is nothing to compare. I try my very best. I don't know. I don't feel as if, but he would have to express himself, which he had expressed so many times, of how I am. And some of the things that he's not in agreement with me, I know that when he gets a little older, he will understand more. The only, yes. Yeah, I do that, Lady J. I do that. I do that. I do that. Me can't do it, I do it. I have to take care of him. I do it. Me say, me tell you something. I don't know if it's just a mother's touch or a mother's love, because my son was to travel overseas, and he is he's not yet an adult, and I was a little skeptic. But you know, the airlines, they say when you are over 14, you do not get the accompanied travel. So I was a little bit skeptic about going, letting him go by himself. And I say, some airports that you go, you know, it is so huge, you can get lost. And he's doing this for the first time. A part of me saying that I should probably book a ticket, buy a ticket for myself and just go with him and come back. All these things come in because I think about so many things as a Lady J, all the things, and I prayed about it, and I got information from here that you can use the VIP lounge access. But I said I just keep on praying. You know, as I was saying yesterday, that sometimes we pray and I understand, you know, that God is going to work it out for me. But just this little thing in my head, I trying to put my little part in it to figure it out too. So that was just a moment of truth, and God's um answered answering my prayer and showing me that he have it under control. Because yes, my son traveling for the first time with so many things that are out there, or the barriers and everything that I am thinking in my flesh, my human self. My son, I want to tell you that my son went, when he went to the airport, somebody came. I did not do anything. God worked it out that I did not get to do nothing. So I did not, the VIP thing that I was talking about to get him through, that went through the door. It was the day for him to travel, and God took care of him. As he said, surrender your kids to God. God took care of him, Lady J. When we said take care of him, he go at the airport, and at the airline, somebody just came to him and said that the fact that you are of this age, I can accompany you to your gate. And me did afraid say, oh, I hope him I read the sign, and not to find the gate and all. Somebody came to assist him to find the gate. And he went. When he went through all the processes, and he went to where he was going. Coming back to Jamaica, it was the same thing. And he did it. So as you rightly say, Lady J, we should surrender our kids to the Lord. And just trust in him that he will take good care of them. Trust in him, but I think that's just our maternal instinct in us. Sometimes they say, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that. But God is the parent of all parents, yeah? You as a parent just stand humble and just pray in all situations. Let God will be done. Be too, yeah, be too worried about our kids. I come to find out it's so simple just to surrender them to God. Hi, yes, definitely, Lady J, definitely. God Fakey from UK, thank you so much for stopping by. Please remember to double tap the screen to like the live. I'm Casey. I do inspirational lessons, and I also speak about my weight loss journey. I'm hosting from the beautiful island of Jamaica. Have you ever been to Jamaica? Yes, I learned that in my journey when God spoke through my spirit and told me humble myself and know that he is God. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah, that is something that I am trying. I'm trying, Lady J, like trying. Because like me can't stay still. I just have to think about like the reality. Me exercise. Another thing is that me exercising wisdom. But sometimes we just have to be still, yeah, and let God work out the situations. Because sometimes when we jump, look at it, may I jump all the things that I told you about with him, I would have to spend to get those services. And I did not spend 1 red cent. Even the money that I sent him with, he came right home with it. I spent $0.00. So if it was up to me, would that be a big wreck? If it was up to me with my way, it I would be a big wreck. So definitely, it's so beautiful to trust in God. Trust in God in all thy ways. Yes, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lead not unto your own understanding. Every time we say that, but sometimes, like I was saying to somebody, like sometimes, Lady J, I don't know if you go through this, you don't understand something, but you don't want to understand it because it just don't right to you. You understand the situation, you know what the person telling you or how it is, but then you really and truly don't really want to understand. I don't know, but sometimes I get that. I know and I do hear and see what you're doing or what you have done, but me still not get it. Like I guess that's just me, my stubborn ways or how I look at the situation. I don't want to see it. Yeah. Yeah, trusting his promises. Definitely. Definitely. Every day I have to do that. And one of his promises I remember from Proverbs is that I am more precious than rubies and I'm not to be compared. I mean, I say rubies are so precious, and him said that I am more precious than rubies. And he tell me, say, life in one and an honor, long days in another. So me definitely know that in my right I have long days and life, and next one is riches and wealth. And I know that like when I hold somebody, even me I speak now, when God showed my husband is going to be a blessed rich man, like he is going to be so wealthy and he's going to be wealthier when I hold his hands and just proclaim, like just bless him. I know that, and that's the promise that God gave me. And I know I believe in that, Lady J, like from the bottom of my heart. I know that. And I just think that the word of God, as you say, he never go back on his word. So there is no way that anything, there are so over 300 promises in the Bible. There is no way he might go say, this is what you're going to do if you do this, and then you might go back on it when you do it. There is no way. It may take a little while, but it is worth it. Be of good courage. It is coming. You just have to, exercise it to patience as you go along. I talk to God about it and I always get answer yes, and are very blessed and highly favored because we are children of God. Yes, you will be rich in God, definitely. That's key. You can sense when some persons are just hit with the Holy Spirit than when some people just put on a facade. Like, it's just so stink when people, you have some, and I was talking to my girlfriend about it because it is not something to rush into as much as all you hear. Well, I can speak for myself. I'd rather to stay single and be at peace and good scenery more than to be hooked up with somebody because of social status or whatever and be unhappy. I am at total peace now, and I find that a lot of people are looking or speaking about it like marriage and family and all, and they are not prepared. I think we have to be healed from a lot of things that are haunting us, and moreover to be rooted and grounded in the word. Because when you have two, as I was saying, Lady J, yesterday, that if you have one can move a mountain, 10,000 or 1,000, and two come with you to move 10,000. Can you imagine that power that it want to come in together with sincerely compared to you alone or somebody's pretending with you? How that just damage your victory? I'd rather to be this way. Trust me. I do not do well with confrontation or in disruption. So being here and having the peace of the Lord with me is the most beautiful thing. Trust me, I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that wholeheartedly. It's the most beautiful thing. I don't like no disturbance, no, I don't like no problem on my head. None. So if I'm supposed to be here this way, I'm at peace and I'm content. Trust me. That's the best riches. Yes, the world wealth cannot be wealthier than God wealth. Amen. And some people not understand that, Lady J. That are the things some people they don't understand. I don't think they will ever understand that. That God wealth is nothing compared to what you see in the world. Nothing, no way. No way, shape or form. None. None. Me just take my little time and go. Like, I've seen so many things happening in life, so many stories, Lady J. I am not dismissing persons, or I pray to God that I don't judge. I pray that I get the discernment from the Lord to, intercede in situations and for me to apply wisdom fully. But like so many things are just traumatic. When I look back on life and to see how people like, there's just some things that I will not do. I don't care what people want to say, if me go on or whatever. But I don't think that I should prove my love to a man. I think that my husband or my boyfriend, should know that I love him through the Holy Spirit. He should feel it. And why I say that is the fact that persons come out, and especially females, they will go about and to fight for a man, to say, I'm fighting for you, I'm fighting, and they go to the next female and then fight the person and then behave derogatory and all of that. And I just don't believe that I should be fighting, like physically fighting for you. I don't believe that I should be physically fighting for your time and attention either. I don't believe that I should be put in a vacuum. I believe I should be loved like how Christ loved the church. And that is it. Only a godly man, a true godly man, will know these things and can apply it. And even like people talking about it, it will not come off natural because they don't understand. So we talk about it, we hear about it, but understanding it is totally different. I don't care, I just don't believe. I don't, this Casey, I'm not fighting for anybody. No, me never see that. Me never see God tell me to do that either. I used to have the same problem finding the right mate when I was in the world. But the day I surrender myself fully to God, everything aligned in so many abundance. Yeah, I strongly believe. And sometimes you have the devil out there, Lady J. He hears your prayer and him send people for you. The same thing what you pray for, he will hear you and send people who look like what you pray for. So you have to be careful and align wisdom as you chat this world. But I totally believe, like sometimes when I look on life and see some people in the gutters, or they may going through a whole lot in life, and just so them life change just by somebody coming saying something to them, or somebody praying for them, or just having a conversation with someone, them life change totally, totally. So I don't think of it nothing being impossible for God to do for you. But as I say, you just have to try. That's what I keep on telling myself, like I have to try, keep on trying. And I know, like, when that day come, like sometimes I think I want it, I say, may I laugh, like me I go sit down and I talk to him and I say, Why, babes, why you take so long to come? Look how long me out here a chat. Why you take so long? You know, say me meet Serpent, me meet Judas, me meet upon Damascus. Everywhere me go upon, man, name it out and I tell me, so why? You know, sometimes, but these are the beautiful things in life that, you know, we can look on God's testimony as much as our may think say we are failed, but he's in the vessel saying, don't give up, my child, just keep on pushing, just keep on going there. He will try, but God will yeah, intercede, definitely, definitely. And I find that in my life too, that yeah, in trying, but God always intercede. God always intercede. But yeah, life is so interesting. So interesting. And that's a beautiful thing too. That you don't limit yourself. Because I can be here and then, you know, next year you see me there in a one different country. I say, oh Lady J, guess what? I'm this and I'm that and da da da. Who knows? Life. They always say, wanna dead no dash it way. And they always say, okay, no, I did not check. I'm going to check after the live. Let me see if I can check because the email address that I use is not one that, yeah, let me see. May I check now, Lady J? The email address that I use, you see? The email address that I use, I hardly use that one. So I am going to see if I sign out of this. When I finish the thing, I'll go. This is another email address. This is the one that I'm using. This is the, oh, I can try it here. So I can try it here. So I'm going to check now. But I was saying that the email address that I use, I'm not even seeing, yes, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing. Hi, lady. I'm going to send back. Right. So this is me. Right. I resend. Yes, definitely. Definitely, Lady J. I responded to it. So yes, you did send it to the right person. I responded. Alright, Lady J, I'm going to be here 3 more minutes. I think I've done good for myself today. Almost 2 hours here because I think I spent almost an hour on the previous live. And then now it is 1 hour and 10 minutes. So it should be 2 hours in total. Yeah, so I think I did well for myself today. But God, yeah, definitely. With God all things are possible. He will use their enemies to do blessings. Yes. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I know sometimes you don't even know your enemies, your enemies are secret agent. They sit down there and them are you not for them pretend as if they are good people to you. But deep inside them just want to see a drop or to eat you out, yeah? But I know that God fight my battles and him always wins. So I don't worry myself. I just continue to do what I'm supposed to do. Not worry myself. Yeah. Great job. One day at a time, definitely. I did post the video of my vacation, Lady J. I just show a little bit of the property. So that is something that when you get a chance you can view as well. If you have not yet viewed. But yeah, I said that when I'm on vacation time with my family and friends, I want to spend maximum time. I don't want to do with the phone every minute. Yeah. But yeah, he did it for me. He will do it. Yeah, this is such an inspiration, motivation. Because another thing too, Like as Mr. Lady J, I don't want to run into making wrong decisions. And only God alone. This morning I was even saying it that there is no friend like the friend I have in God. And me can sit down, lie down on my bed and just say everything. And me know say next week or next month nobody now go hear back what me say. Or I take it for use against me or whatever. But I know that He's on the throne working out every situation for me. And apart from me believe, I believe, all of me believe that it will be done. His will be done. And it's not for me to figure it out on my own, which me say, me always I try to figure it out. Me just need to be still. That is something to just work, just be quiet. And I know that things will be okay because when I look on where I am now and 10 years, then 10 years previously, it was not like this. And this is something that I dreamt of, like living here. I remember going to college. I used to just speak, and I know that your tongue is very powerful because I used to speak that I'm going to Kingston, I'm going to Kingston, and I don't know where I'm going, but I just know that I could not stay in Mobile. And I used to say that to my friends, just saying it, and applying for jobs. I mean, I say faith without works is dead because I could not be there hoping for something and just sitting there. I went to school, I did my part, and when I'm finished, I know that, it's a possibility for me to be employable. So I did all that I was supposed to do and just continue, speaking the word and praying. I applied for a lot of jobs, and here goes the Lord. The Lord moved me right on time. When I was finished with school, He made me finish school, so I not have no problem moving and distraction and all of that. He made me finish school. He make my son school go on break when I was supposed to transition. So I finished school, and within 2 months I got a job and I moved here. And right after my son was, it was in October, so my son went back to school in January. So you see, he got that little break, and then to move to a school, he was able to move in that semester. And to God be the glory. Moving from there, I'm here now at a better place. My son has been with me forever since, from ever since. And we are doing our part. Like it's 10 years now since I've been here. And I think that I'm doing good for myself. I'm doing good for myself. So glory be to God. So sometimes there are things in your life that you hope for, but again, you just have to allow the Lord to work it out for you. It could be that, yeah, me tired, I want to go be, me just get up and run and I don't know where me I go. Even though some people do that and it work out, but that's just not I'm not like that. I just know that, I can feel the conviction of the Lord when it is His will. Let His will be done. I feel it. And I know that He's not a God of confusion. So when confusion come up, me just get discombobulated. Yeah. Please meditate on it until it becomes strong in your spirit. Proverbs 3 verse 5 and 6. Let me write it down. Psalms 23. I know that song. I know Proverbs 3 too, As we open up the Bible, it will come to me. I'll read the entire Proverbs. And where I walk? This one? I know this one. Definitely, Lady J. Alright, so I'm there 1 hour 15 minutes, Lady J. You have been good company to me. And I think I did well today because, me tell you, I'm not like just waste my day. So I think I did good for today, even though I not do no writing, but I did well, like here, like to do something for myself, like just do something. I went on the road to do that, and then I came back and I did this. I could have just go straight to bed and lie down or do something else unproductive, but I did something productive, and that's what matters most, and I'm proud of myself. Yes, stay blessed always. Well done, Floor, with the spirit. Yes, Lady J. Yes. Lady J, are you monetized though? Are you monetized, Lady J? Let me know. So if you are, I will definitely be watching the ads. Not yet. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. So I guess this is where I leave it for today. Hopefully I can come back tomorrow within the same time, perhaps 1 o'clock, 1 to 2, and to do the live. I did it. So tomorrow will be 3 days, and then Saturday, hopefully, I can do it for hours. That'll be 4 days of the week. Can you imagine that? 4 days of the week. Some people do 7 days of the week live. But for me, as me say, I watch myself what I'm able to do. Don't rush God's will be done. Exactly. Just do what I can do. I mean, take me do good because first time me never have to take this approach to say I am coming like because I still there in my little zone and say I'm okay with 1 time per week and all, but you know, a part of me is saying that you need to maximize your time, like find something to do with your time, and this is something that is worthwhile. So yeah, definitely proud of myself. Alright, so I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, you have a blessed and productive day, and remember to inspire someone. Okay, bye.